Welcome to today's session. So, we have started with the third chapter, that is data structures and operations. So, we have seen what it is and what are the few operations that could be done over there. All these we have seen. So, your third chapter is data structures and operations. We know that data is raw facts and figures, which can be grouped into which can be classified into fundamental and group data. So, what it is, how it is, and all we have seen. These are the ways how a data could be arranged in the memory. How data could be arranged in the memory, just scattered over there as a pile up or neatly arranged one after the other, one above the other. So all these arrangements can be classified into different forms. So how the classification of the data structure is there, you have a tree diagram over here. Based on the structure only, your data types of data structure is being classified. You have it as simple and compound. Under simple, you have array and structure. Under compound, you have linear and non-linear. So among this, you're going to learn only about the linear data structures, that is structures, queues, and linked list. Sorry, stack, queues, and linked list. So various operations that could be performed on this data structure are traversing, searching, inserting, deleting, sorting, and merging. So in that, the first one that we have seen last class was about stack. A stack means where the data is placed one above the other, and you have only one endpoint towards it. The simple example is your CD stand. That is, inside that box, you are able to place it only one above the other until it reaches the top position. And after that, you are not able to place any more CDs. It is all these arrangements are only a logical concept. So the principle followed over here is last in and first out. That is, the last CD which has been placed inside will be the first one to move out. So all these things based on these principles only we are going to construct it. It inherits the property of an array. Why we tell it inherits the property of an array means that is one after the other only it is going to be placed. So in an array also elements are placed only one after the other. So stack implementation. Now you can, last class we have seen this also. That is what I have written in bold over there. That is a stack is the name of the stack created. TOS is the top of position. That is positioning the top pointer in the stack. Okay, the top position in the stack. So first we have to determine the number of elements to be inserted. And then finally we assign that the stack pointer is in some other location, not in any of the locations specified over here. So we set it to -1, an imaginary position. When the element is added, TOS will be incremented by 1. When every elements are getting added, TOS will be incremented by 1. Can enter the elements until it reaches the top position. So until you reach that 9th position, that is 10th, you can go on to insert the values. Above that, if you go on to insert the values, what happens? Stack overflow occurs. Above that, you cannot insert any more elements. So if you try to insert any more elements beyond that, that situation is known as stack overflow. Okay. So now look into this diagrammatic representation on operations of a stack. So the first operation that we have seen is known as your push operation, which means that inserting elements into the stack, So we were looking into the operations on a stack. So inserting a new element into a stack is known as your push operation. Okay. So first we'll have the concept, how it is created in the memory like this as shown in this diagrammatic representation. Okay. So the first one is your empty stack. We have set the top of stack to be as -1. Can you see? We have set the top of stack to be as -1. And then new item is the variable used through which we are going to insert the values. Okay. So now come to this algorithm. So if TOS is less than n, yes, that is, it should be less than your maximum value. Increment the top of position and then insert the value into the stack. Increment the top of position and then insert the value into the stack. Repeat this until TOS is less than n. If it is equal to n also, you can go on to input the value. But here, since 9 means it is less than 10, only up to that. You cannot go on to check for an equality over here. So the 10 positions are occupied. If it is greater than 9, what happens is you cannot go on to insert any more values into the stack. So finally, stack overflow will be the result obtained. You cannot insert any more values into the stack. And if you cross above the final position or the maximum of the stack, or until the top position it is reached, okay, until that only you can go on to insert the values, only up to the maximum position. Beyond that you cannot go on to input the values. If you try to input the values beyond the maximum limit or the maximum size, the situation called as stack overflow will occur. Is this part clear? Till this we have seen in the last class. Till this we have seen in the last class, and today we'll move on to the next operation, okay, that is known as your pop operation. The next operation on your stack is known as your pop operation. Pop operation means to remove an element from the stack. To remove an element from the stack, okay, or deleting an element from the stack is known as your pop operation. Okay, here what happens is when the elements are removed from the stack, the top of stack position has to be reduced. The top of stack position has to be reduced by 1. Why? Because from the top position only we will be going on removing each and every element. Okay, so as I have told you, your stack is working on the principle last in first out. Your stack is working on the principle last in first out. Okay, so the last element will be placed in the top of the stack position. The last element will be placed in the top position. Then from this position only we are going to reduce one after the other. That is, we'll keep on removing the values. We'll keep on removing the values from the top position. What we should do? We should reduce the pointer value one by one. Only then it will move into the previous cells. That is, cells you have to keep on moving. What you have to do is reduce by 1. Okay, reduce by 1. One simple example if I tell. Arranging the elements in descending order enganeyayirikkum. Appo a loop, how do you construct? How do you construct the loop? Where for n, for I is equal to n, I less than or greater than or equal to 0, and then I minus minus. Do you construct like that? Yes or no? That is reverse order subtract the previous cell. So here also we are going to do it only in the same way. Okay, so assuming that you have an element in the 4th position. Okay, first we should check over here whether the stack is empty or not. Whether the stack is empty or not. If it is an empty stack, okay, if it is an empty stack, which means there is no values in the stack, you cannot go on to delete any elements from the stack or remove elements from the stack. Is it clear? You cannot go on to delete elements from the stack or remove elements from the stack. So if you try to do such an action, already a stack will onnilla. Again, if you try to remove elements, then such a situation is known as your stack underflow. Okay, if you try to remove an element from the stack where there are no elements itself, okay, then such a situation is known as your underflow of your stack. Is it clear? So for that, first what we are doing over here is we are checking whether top of stack is greater than -1. Top of stack is greater than -1. -1 നെക്കാളും മേലെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ, which means that you are checking whether stack is empty. So there will be some elements എന്നുള്ളതാണ് അതിന്റെ meaning. So in that situation, value is equal to stack of toss. Value you are removing it. You are not inserting ഒരു value പുറത്തേക്ക് എടുക്കാണ്. From where do you take? Stack irunnu you are taking the value and assigning it to toss. Okay. From the stack, you are taking out the value and then you are assigning it to, from the stack, you are taking out that element and assigning it to the variable known as VAL. Okay. Appo VAL ennulla variable you have assigned that value. After that, what you are supposed to do? You have to reduce the top of stack value by 1. You have to reduce the top of stack value by 1. Up and down. So listen, here it was in 4th position. അതായത് 3 നിന്നായിരുന്നു. Now I have reduced. Where is it coming? It will come on to 2. Okay. After this, what happens? It will come on to 2. Then next again, you are checking whether it is greater than -1. If so, what happens? You are removing this element. And then once again, you are reducing it. So where does your stack pointer come? It will come over here. Okay. And then once again, what will happen? It will take out the value from here. 34 edukkum. Okay. 34 eduthu kayinju. Okay. And after that, once again, top of stack value again reduce out. Again, next set ഇവിടെ കാണിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. Okay. They didn't show it exactly over here. Next here, what will happen is your top of stack will go to -1. അതായത് അപ്പോൾ now next ഇത് വന്ന് ഇവിടെ 0ലേക്ക് വന്ന് നിൽക്കും. It will come and stand in 0. This point will come to 0. Then in that situation, what will happen is 25 will be removed from that. Then in that situation, 25 will be removed. Then after that, what will happen is if you check TOS whether it is greater than -1. Okay. Appo our stage, after removing all the elements, what will happen is now TOS value is equal to -1 now. Okay. Appo if you go on to check, is -1 greater than -1 ആണോ എന്ന് check ചെയ്യണം. Okay. So what happens? It becomes false. So what happens? What is the message that will be coming? Stack underflow will come. Okay. Is this part clear? That is, removing the elements from the stack is known as your pop operation. Removing the elements from the stack is known as your pop operation. Okay. So initially what you should do is you should check whether the stack is empty. So how to check? How you will check? First you will set TOS is greater than -1. Okay, TOS greater than -1 ആണോ എന്ന് you are checking. Yes, of course it is greater than -1 because here the last position is in 3. That is 4th position lana it is standing and you have a value over there also. So next condition is true. So the next what happens? It will go to retrieve the value from the stack. How are you retrieving? The stack of toss, അതായത് value from the stack is taken and assigned to the variable known as value. ഇനി അടുത്തത് എന്ത് ചെയ്യും? Next what you will do? You will reduce the top of stack value by 1. The next what you do is you will reduce the top of stack value by 1. So at that time what happens? Top of stack minus 3 minus 1. It will come over here. Here also you have values. It is checking is it greater than -1. Yes. So what happens? It will retrieve the value. എങ്ങനെ? Stack of toss irunna value എടുത്തിട്ട് it will assign it to the variable known as val. Like that it will go on to retrieve the values from the stack. After one particular stage, 0th position ആണ് array position. അതിലിരുന്നും കഴിഞ്ഞു. After that If you give 0 minus 1, what is it? It becomes minus 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So now it is checking. Is minus 1 greater than minus 1? Is minus 1 greater than minus 1? What is the answer? False. So false means where will the control be transferred? From here, control will be transferred here and it will print stack underflow. And it will print stack underflow. Is this part clear? So where do we use all these exactly? Where do we use all these exactly? Especially in certain data structures operation. Exactly in data structures operation. This is the way how we are going to write it in as a C++ function. ഇങ്ങനെയാണ് C++ function you will be writing. That is a simple algorithmic way it is written. Here only thing is you have written using your void keywords which you have written, nothing more than that. The same thing you're copying it over here. Only thing is here you have used the keywords, that's it. Okay, for push and pop operation. This is always a sure 3 marks question. Is it clear? So application of stack. So where do we use this application? Especially for reversing the string. Reversing the string and Malayalam എന്നുള്ള വേർഡിനെ റിവേഴ്സിൽ എഴുതുമ്പോഴും it is known as Malayalam only. That is 1, 2, 3 എന്നുള്ള number. For example, 1, 2, 3. Reversing a string means 3, 2, 1. Like this you're printing. Madam, if I write, you won't be able to get it. A and D. If I write the word, you will write it as D and A. Like this. This is known as your reversing the string. Okay. Then polishing the string. That is polishing the string means if the A plus B is written, right? A plus B is written. This you can write it in prefix notation and postfix notation. Prefix notation and postfix. That is the operator could be placed either in the beginning or at the end. Appa A, B plus എന്ന് എഴുതുമ്പോൾ this is known as your postfix notation. Postfix notation. And if I write it as plus AB if I write, this is known as prefix notation. So like this also you can do it. All these kinds of operator, write the same statement in this postfix and prefix notation. We can make use of this stack operation. Okay. The above operations are carried using a push and pop operation. The expression is evaluated using these stack operations by the ALU. Appo expressions enganeyanu evaluate avanathu? So based on the operators that is being placed over there and the operands given side to it, the expressions will be automatically be evaluated by the ALU. Okay. So this is about your stack operations. This is about your stack operations. Is it clear?